Salvete omnes, this is I'm Amelia, also known as the Martian Geek. Moving right along. 4-3. Don't look back. When you jump off one of these platforms, the number shown is reduced by 1. If the number reaches 0, the platform vanishes. Nice aim. But we've seen these platforms before. In 2-6, maybe others. So yeah, we have nothing below us but a huge row of platforms with the number 1 on them. So be careful. And this is the first stage with the balloons. Sorry, Mario, but the red coin was more important than you. This stage actually has some rather annoying red coin holding Shy Guys in it. One of which you saw already. Interestingly, the first middle ring here is in this little area. Get as many coins as you can before hitting that question mark cloud. It's helicopter morph time! And Wild Ptooie projectile dodging time. And apparently failing at dodging Wild Ptooie projectiles time. And yes, you can get the middle ring as a helicopter, as you just saw. I'm actually not sure if that thing respawns or not. Can't hurt to test. Yes, but my coins are gone anyway, so... And now... numbered platforms in combination with... Whoa! Poopy. Numbered platforms in combination with bullet bills and... X143. Ahem. Numbered platforms in combination with bullet bill shooters and moving fireballs. Clearly this is not a perfect run here. Ah, there you are, you little sneak. Like I said, pay attention in this stage and be careful not to miss any of the red coin holding Shy Guys, because it's easy to do. That was not what I was trying to do. Dang, you're supposed to be able to get a 1 up there, but I messed it up. Okay, now you don't want to scroll this guy too far onto the screen, because another red Shy Guy with a red coin, and if he happens to have a Wild Ptooie Plant in front of him, he'll be kind of annoying to deal with. So get rid of the plant, then you can go after the Shy Guy. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Mario! Shut up! Okay, I deserved that one, sort of. Man, what is it with me and jumping too high and running into stuff in this stage? I swear. Yeah, Shy Guy, Shy Guy, Shy Guy, thank you. See if I can get that 1 up this time. Maybe a few extras in there if I have some... Maybe not. Phooey! See what I mean about scrolling that guy too far onto the screen? Yes, I killed myself on purpose there. It was harakiri. I couldn't bear to be alive if I knew I wasn't going to get 100 points. There we go. See, if I wouldn't have a net loss of lives if I could just do that every time. I almost missed that guy, but not quite. This one I can get from below. And there's no Shy Guy to worry about here. This time I shan't run into that Koopa. Thank you very much. Here, Koopa, Koopa, Koopa. Please spat into my tulip, please. I would like some stars. Look! Stars! And we have another precariously positioned Wild Ptooie. Fortunately, eggs do not bounce off the moving platforms, and you can use that to your advantage. I don't think either of those coins are red. They don't look like it, but can't hurt. Now here we have a choice of pathway. Since I have save states, I may as well show both. But first, let's take the low road. Where we're faced with balloons dropping Shy Guys. The actual term for this enemy is a Baron von Zeppelin. And now they're dropping bombs. And the Boo Balloons are back. I can tell I'm not going to like this. Whoa. Geez, those guys have such erratic flight patterns. Lots and lots and lots of coins. There's a fake one-up, whatever you call those things. And might as well trigger all these. Whoops! Oh, dang it, that wasn't what I meant to do. Yeah, that's why I saved that cloud, just in case. Might as well check if there's anything up here. And there's the goal ring! Or at least one of them. Floor 3 is the only stage in the game that actually has 2 goal ring roulettes. And the other one is along a path that I find a lot easier to deal with. Even if the rewards may not be as great. I mean, you don't have all the 1-ups and stuff to get. Yes, it's another balloon, but this time this one goes sideways. More super effects. Using layer 3 this time, if you care to know. Oh hey, 1-up. Shiny. Whoa, 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 whoa! Okay, I stand corrected. Maybe you do get a decent number of 1-ups, and 5 red coins right in a row, which makes 100 points, and that's the route I almost always take when I'm doing this stage. The top one. It's easier, it's shorter, but like I said, for the sake of showing off, I figured I might as well do both. Showing off is in showing off both routes, I mean, not like bragging. And we come to 4-4. Marching Mills Fort. which oddly enough starts out not in a fortress at all. We have the incoming chomps, and we have... That can't be good. And it's not. Holy crap. Speaking of chomps, I'm actually not sure what this thing is called. I think that maybe this is the incoming chomp and the ones that fall are called something different. But yeah. It chews through the dirt, but when it hits a solid surface, then it breaks its teeth and cries, or a single tear falls from its eye, or whatever. And that's how you get rid of the thing. It'll appear later in the game, but I can only think of one other stage that has it. Yeah, this is looking more castle-like. And now we're really in the fortress. Now, 4-4 is an interesting one. Some people don't like it because it's so long, but I don't see a problem with that. But the one thing that makes 4-4 interesting is there are actually 4 different ways to go at the start, 4 different doors to take, but eventually you'll need to take all of them. I'll show you what I mean later. For now, let's see what's behind door number 1. Oh yeah, and whatever is below the door or next to it gives you a hint of one thing that's going to be in the room that the door leads to. Notice there's lava below this one, and lo and behold, there is lava in here, and lots of it. I wish I'd known before that you could eat those fire guys. That would have come in handy when I was playing this game on the console when I was younger. And we have an arrow lift, and it is above lava. Yee. And this weird guy is called Hot Lips. He spits lava, and if the lava hits you, it is instant death, just like any other lava. The weird thing about the lava that Hot Lips spits, though, is it seems to have kind of a funny hitbox. Like, sometimes it kills you, and sometimes it doesn't, and usually, in my experience, it only kills you when you are touching a surface. Now, I could just unlock that door right away, but... which one do I want here? I'll go with that one. And yeah, it's actually advantageous to unlock every door as soon as you get a key for it. And now we come to cracked blocks and colored blocks. You shoot them with an egg, and it ricochets and makes all sorts of messiness. I love these things because they're just so fun to shoot and destroy and... I don't know. Some people find this boring, but... Of course, these don't work so well as custom blocks in Super Mario World, simply because you don't get eggs in that game, so you have to resort to other means of destroying them, and that's usually more boring. But yeah. Haha, you can't get me, Mr. Bandit. Unfortunately, I also can't get that. Okay. Hey, you weren't supposed to do that. Okay, so that wasn't the most efficient way to go about that, but it worked. All that for 5 stars when I lost stars getting it? Oh yeah, and you might notice there are sniffets in here. Haven't seen those guys since Super Mario Bros. 2. They're not very common enemies in this game. In fact, I actually can't think of any other stages that sniffets appear in. I might just be forgetting something, but... phooey. Fortunately, in this stage there seem to be plenty of chances to get back your stars if you lose some. Yeah, people, please don't call me in the middle of a recording. Yeah, there are quite a few bandits in here. And we are introduced to a new variety. The bandit with the red coin on his head! And guess what? He dies the same way as the other ones do! Here, bandit. Come here. Hey! You weren't supposed to do that. Like I said, though, this isn't a perfect run. Oh, that was close. And the stage has quite a few opportunities to get stars back if you need them. It's long enough to have 3 middle rings, so... That's an automatic 30 stars right there. Okay, 2 doors down and 2 to go. Let's do this one next. I guess the order I'm doing them in is sorted by difficulty. Hardest first. And we have more Layer 3 platform effects. And these guys. I believe this thing is called a grunt. I'm not really sure why. But as far as I know, it appears only in this stage. Nice aim. Well, that wasn't what I was trying to do, but... And out of eggs. Now where's a grunt I can eat? Here you are. Ptooie! Are there any more in here? Well, there's one. I guess I could come back for... Oh, hey, sniff it! Egg fodder. Oh, dang it! Well, we're introduced to a new kind of airlift anyway. I'll come back for that flower after I have eggs again. It's the blue airlift. It rotates slower than the normal one, or the other one, I guess I should say. However, it has a time limit. If it's on the screen too long, after you stood on it, it disappears. I assume it respawns. There we go. I like the freezing the cursor trick. Actually, you might not even have to stand on it. It might just freeze or blink out of existence anyway if you leave it on the screen too long. So now, we have a choice of 3 doors. Or maybe not. 2, I guess. But they lead to the same place. I don't know why they put more than 1 door there, but it really doesn't matter what you choose. If you go down here, you'll find mini-milds and another door. Of course, now that I have 3 keys, I can hold only 3 eggs. And that door leads back up here. And the only way out of here is... obviously, the door at the top. So that's 3 down, and 1 to go. There are no bottomless pits in this one, so I shouldn't lose my lives before getting another middle ring, or lose my life. Not that this door is particularly difficult anyway. The theme of this one is Was that just a little bit of slowdown in the game there? I think this one is the potted spiked fun guys. And there are a few enemies thrown in too. Most of them plant-based. Here's a good opportunity to try out the pound to stun plants thing. And we're back to the regular arrow lift. And yes, you can even pound while you're on the arrow lift. Man, what is with the lag here? Too many Super FX sprites or something? I don't remember this happening on the console. Yeah, between the egg block and all this dirt, you can have some fun. Unless, of course, you run out of eggs like I do, but then you can just go back and get more. And now we have 4 eggs. Or 4 keys, I mean. Just leave that guy alone. See, this door is probably the shortest and easiest, so I saved it for last. Okay, with our whatever. Our collection of 4 keys, we can start unlocking things. As far as I know, this is actually the only stage in the game where you get more than 1 key. Certainly the only one where you'd have more than one once. Or where it's even possible. Unlocking the first door, we find lots of mini-milds, or 5, I guess, and the second middle ring. And a question mark cloud for stars if we want it. See what I mean about this stage not being too stingy with the stars? And in the second room we find bad guys that cannot hurt us. In the third room, that middle coin there is red, and it's safer to shoot it with an egg than try to stand on the platform. As far as I know, that kind of platform appears only in this room and nowhere else in the game. And that was all the keys, so... it is boss time! Yoshi? Oh dear. Well, Marching Mild will pound you to bits! That's actually a hint for how to defeat him, as I'll explain later. So, it's a mini-mild, and pretty soon he's not so mini anymore. Hello, Marching Mild. He's nearly invincible. Eggs bounce off him. Jumping on him just bounces off him. However, while he may seem big and intimidating, he's actually about as threatening and scary as My Little Pony. Actually, probably even, now that I think about it, even more, a lot less threatening and scary, because if you've seen the new episodes, for being a bunch of cute, pastel-colored, magical, talking equines, they could actually kick some pretty good butt when they wanted to. Even the shy, quiet ones. Especially the shy, quiet ones. But I digress. You may notice something about Marching Mild, which is that his movement pattern is no different than his small counterpart. Yeah, this guy's easy. And watch what happens when you pound on him. He splits into 2 smaller versions. That's what Kamek meant by Marching Mild will pound you to bits, or at least that was the hint. In reality, it's you pounding him to bits. Just be careful where you pound him, or you might end up landing in exactly the wrong spot right next to one of the newly spawned clones. Or doing that. Cut. I got a middle ring right before the boss door, and I'm just gonna kill myself and restart, okay? Okay. Okay, here we are. That was weird. What the... Okay, let's not get hit this time, shall we? So yeah, now we have 4 32 by 32 ones, and each of those splits into 4 normal-sized mini-milds. Oh, that was close. So now, instead of one big one, we just have a whole bunch of little ones. And they are just as weak as normal mini-milds. Well, they are normal mini-milds, so... Ah, how the mighty fall. Hello, Marching Mild. Or should I call you Mini-Mild now? Also, I should mention that, like 3-4, you can just sit here and listen to the boss music if you want. As far as I know, 3-4 and 4-4 are the only ones where you can do that. I think I actually mentioned that before, though. 1-8, you might be able to get away with it if you stand in the corner. You can do an interesting thing with this boss. Haha, I just ate the boss. The expression on Yoshi's face, priceless. I think that's the only boss you can do that with. In fact, I'm pretty sure it is. Because no other boss splits into normal-sized enemies that you can eat, so... Yes, 100. Man, I got hit way more times in this episode than I should have. What was with that? But anyway... That's 4 stages in World 4 down, and 4 to go, and that's a lot of 4s. So, I'll see you next time.